Hey, Rook Knight here. Thanks for joining me. I thought I would make a video on this. I was going through them anyway and doing this, but I was cleaning the pick profiles on my custom picks. You probably can't see it too well here, but they're pretty scratched up. I'll do a little microscope photo here in the corner to show you just how bad they are. But I have a way of doing that and cleaning them up and making them look almost as good as new. But if you're worried about using them because you don't want to scratch them, there really is a simple way of doing it. I have these here. These are little oil and diamond encrusted little shots, and basically they go through all different sizes and grades. All 8 of these cost me probably about $10, and you can get a 3-pack that's even cheaper than that. That probably all you would need, but I make picks, so I got a larger selection just to go through them. But basically all you're going to do is you're going to pick one of the higher numbers, and you don't have to go as high as like 10. That's if you're starting from scratch. These things are somewhat polished. Even though I use this a lot, it still has a nice little sparkle on it. So you probably want to maybe start off with like a 5, and all you're going to do is get yourself a rag. You can get, even if you wanted to, you can do something like with a Dremel, and but really that's kind of overkill. You're going to take the lid off and put a very small amount. Small amount goes a long way. So if you're just going to take and put a small little smidgen there, that's all you're going to need. Don't cap that up, and then you're going to wipe a little. The way I do it, I take and I wipe a little on each side, and then I actually move over, and then I start the cleaning process. And all you're doing is just rubbing it back and forth. Be very careful not to push too hard, or at least going into the thing, because you could actually bend the pick if you snag yourself on the fabric. So you're just going to give it a good couple of rubs, and you can already see, look at it, it's taken off microns of the steel, the spring steel. So you're going to do that, and then you go back to the spot that you put it on, and you can do it one more time. Look at that. It's definitely taking it off. You can see we started off with like a, I don't know, like a baby blue almost, or a gray, and now we got pitch black. So it's definitely removing stuff. So that already is making it shine and look also better, but you just keep kind of going down. So right here we started with a 5, so we can do a 3.5 now. Put just a little dab. That's all you're going to need. These things will last a long time. You do not need a lot of product for this to work. And then you're just going to repeat the process. Put a little bit on each side, move over, scrub it. Like I said, you could use a Dremel, but really, honestly, it's overkill. This does the work very well. There is more expensive polishes, diamond polishes out there, but this stuff is cheap and it works fantastic. There we go. We're still removing a little bit of the steel. Now that's like microns, like not even noticeable. But you just keep giving it a good massage, move it around even on the sides. And all you're going to keep doing is going down in numbers, and then at the end of the video I'll do another microscope photo, and we'll see the difference. We'll compare them and see how much better it looks. Probably not going to be 100% perfect. You're going to probably have a few hairline scratches, but it's going to look completely different, I guarantee you. Alright, so that was a 3.5, so now we're going to go to a 2.5. Just a little dab. All you need. Even what I do is I go back a little bit even, and then I wipe off the tip, put that back in there. Remove a little bit on each side of it, and then we'll go back to scrubbing. If you're worried about getting it into the handle, you can always tape this off, but if you're careful enough, it doesn't seem to be a problem. And usually the far back here isn't usually scuffed. It's usually from here to here, you know, about the size of a core of a lock rather, you know. So you're usually pretty good. But you're just gonna give it a good polish. Sometimes it's nice just to go one way, so you're not worrying about going this way, because like I said, if you get caught on a piece of string or something, you could actually bend it with the force that you're pushing back. But you do have to give it a little bit of a force. And squeeze your fingers tight when you're polishing it. But I'm already seeing a huge difference. I will show you once we get to the very end, so stick with me. This is definitely worth it. I can even try possibly putting a link down to Amazon where I got these to help anybody out. But like I said, they're 10 bucks for 8 different polishing levels, I guess you could call it. So it's really worth the while if you ask me. And I actually was skeptical. I thought this stuff was going to be junk when I first got it, but it really does seem to do the trick. Okay, so 2.5. Let's go to 1.5. It's kind of a boring process, I guess, in a way, but if you have a pick and you love it and you use it a lot and it has seen better days, this is definitely a way to restore that tip to shining glory when you first got it. People spend money on these things. They want to see them looking nice, you know, so sometimes that makes people scared to even use them, which in my opinion I think it sucks, because you should get the use out of it. As long as you're not heavy-handed, you should be fine. And if you can polish them back up to make them look as good as new, or as close to new as possible, then it'll be worth it. Alright, we're just going to keep doing that double, one little tiny drop, and then split it in half. Use 2 sides. Look at the stuff that's coming off of that. It's looking better already. Let's see if we can catch it in the light. Look at that. Alright, and then let's go to I probably would spend a little bit more time, but since I don't want to make the video, you know, hours long, which it wouldn't be hours long, but you know what I'm saying. I don't want to make it as fast as possible. Just kind of show the idea behind it. So now we're going to go with a 1. We're going to split that in half. And go back to polishing. Flip it. Polish that side. Polish the angles of it all. Try to get the neck. If you open it up and you still see the color, so you can see a little bit yellow there, that means you can still use that. That's still really good. That's still fresh. So keep polishing until you kind of blacken out all of it. And we'll move on to the first spot we had here. This diamond paste also comes in handy for other things. You could probably fix small scratches on your phone, on your camera phone, on your screen, different, you know, metals. I've heard people use them for stones and coins and, you know, you name it. But this stuff works fantastic for pick tips. Okay, we'll making our way here. So let's go to our last one was what, 1 we did. So we'll go to last but not least, but 0.5 microns. This will be your final polish. Still just using that little tiny bit. Doesn't need to be a lot. Don't go crazy. Like I said, this stuff does last a long time. And just keep repeating that process. Take half of it. Put it into the other side, a rag, and give it a good rub. Make sure you're pinching evenly, so you're not like this and bending it. You want to pinch even. And just keep polishing and polishing each side there. And it already looks like brand new. It actually looks better than when I made this thing. So honestly, it really does a great job. It brings it right back to where you want it. Right back to just about anyway, because I'm sure there's some deep scratches we're going to see in here that I could have got out if I went to a number 10. If I started with the 10 and worked my way down 7, and then, you know, I probably would have got those deeper scratches out, but I'm not worried about that. I just want to put it back to a mirror polish. I just want it to shine again. But well, like I said, we'll do a another photo of the microscope photo, like to see how much we really did remove, how much better it looks. But even just in photographs in general, and just from your eye, it'll look great. Alright, I think we should be good. Go on just an empty patch there. But it's maybe hard to tell on here, but that makes a huge difference. If you could see that mirror finish there. And like I said, I'll put another video, I'll put a photo here of the close-up, and maybe even a side-by-side. So, alright guys, that's all I got. Hope that helps somebody out there. If you got them, use them. Alright, take care guys. Catch you on the flip side.